probably seen tons of ads for Duradero, and you've probably seen this style of boot popularized by a couple longer tenured brands like Thorogood and Carolina. And so when I saw this, I was like, this concept of recyclable and like giving you a free resole with your purchase, is that all just a scam, or is there actually some value to this boot that could put some competition on the plate of Thorogood and Carolina? That's what we're gonna figure out by cutting this thing in half, run it through our tester, really figure out if for around the same price as these two boots, can you actually get a better boot with a free resole for a little bit cheaper of a price from a new brand on the market? Or is this just another example of a new workwear brand exploiting the people that need their products the most by selling them terrible products at an extremely high price just to make themselves money at the expense of the people that they're marketing to? So where did Duradero come from? Well, the two friends, Jim Sal and Tom Stewartson, came together to make a new boot company in 2020. Jim bringing more than 40 years of expertise and experience in the footwear manufacturing. Todd spent decades in sales and business development and realized that there was a significant percentage of real work boot guys who were spending too much time and money to get their boots resold. So that's where they came up with the idea for a free resole. And then in their words, Duradero is the culmination of everything we've learned in the last 45 years in the footwear business, from designing, producing, selling, and repairing work boots for full multinational brands. We paid attention all along the way. We learned every facet of the business, recognizing when things were being done right or not, and making mental notes of how we would do them if we ever got the chance. So that's where I want to know, is this actually a decent quality boot, or are you buying the resole as part of the boot? Is this like a $100 boot that you're buying for $230 just because there's a chance you could resole it? And are they leaning on that ability to say like, wow, they're going to be too lazy to ship these boots in for a resole, so we're just going to sell them a really cheap boot, say we're going to give them a resole, when in all reality, most people are not going to resole it. The Drifter 3s launched pretty soon, and we're going to make a couple boot pocket kits because the Drifters always come with the boot pocket kit and the Rose Anvil kiltie, and obviously it's going to be in blood core, so we thought it was a perfect time to expand the boot pocket kit leather offering, including the blood core, but also all those new leathers we just introduced with the kilties, with the SB foot, similar to the Red Wing leathers like the Oro Legacy. You got your Mule Skinner, you got your Copper Rough and Tough, even got your Amber Harness. And obviously we got our super thick Shrunken Bison that the Pacific Northwest brands use. It's so thick, it's so ridiculous. Just look at the texture on it, it's so nice. And obviously our stock veg tan leathers that we send in our regular 5 colors. So if you're not buying a pair of your Drifter 3s in the blood core, at least you'll be able to get some of these boot pocket kits in the blood core with super limited quantities because we just don't have all the hides made yet from Seidel. And be sure to check out all of our kilties that are in all these exact same colors, our new leather laces that are either dropped or dropping soon, and all of our other accessories like the insoles, the boot breakers, and our handmade leather goods that we hand sew right here in the shop, no sewing machines, and obviously our photography and camera gear with the neck straps, the harnesses, the wrist straps. So check them all out below, especially these new boot pocket kits. So what is this boot? Well, the brand is Duradero. The style is the Buckhannon Mocto Wedge 6-inch. They weigh 1 pound, 12 ounces. They retail for a surprisingly cheap $225. They're made in Mexico, and the way they position this product is 6-inch Mocto work boots are ideal for hard work, demanding days, and even dates. Available in MD and W3E, our 6-inch Moctos have an exceptional structure that makes our work boots superior to most work boots. It's weird sentence. And it just goes on and on and on, but it's not really, that's about the most of the positioning. It just goes through most of their materials and like the free resole. The reason I want to do this is because if you look online, there's a lot of people complaining about the fact that like they don't even make it to 6 months. They wear out before you even want to resole them. And so the idea would be like, you want your boot to last a year. At the end of the year, you send it in for a resole, get it for the next year. Is how most people, I would assume, were hoping this whole process would work. But a lot of people online are saying, well, they're not even built to the quality that they would need to make it through to a point where you'd want to resole them to actually get the value out of a free resole. But the problem is, they say it's $150 value, but if you take a pair of Thorogoods or Carolinas to a local cobbler, that shouldn't cost you more than $100. It should be less than $75, and you could even do it at home. So already it's inflated a little bit based off the value. That's the whole question with this for me. So now start going through the details and see if this is up to the quality of Thorogood and Carolina, or is it just a $100 boot that they're selling for $230 in the hopes that you won't notice, you'll never get it resold. Well, one thing that is already a difference between these two boots is the leather, because this is made to look exactly like this leather that Carolina and Thorogood uses from Seidel, the American tannery that's known for making some of the highest quality and the most durable leathers in the entire world, especially for work boots. And it's made to look just like that leather, but it's not. It's a little bit thinner. It's only 2 millimeters thick versus 2.5 with these two boots. It's a lot more dry, so it's gonna be more fragile. It doesn't have nearly as many conditioning and oils worked into it, so you're gonna have to maintain this a little bit more. It's probably gonna crack a little bit sooner. It's not gonna last as long because it's not as thick. And they say it's a full grain leather, but it's not. And you even do the burn test, and that top pigment layer starts burning off, and you can see that it's not a full grain leather. It's slightly been sanded. So not that that's that big of a deal, but it is something that's wrong in their description. And anytime you see a few things that are stacking up wrong in their description, that's where I start to lose faith in how much they actually care about the quality. But the puncture test did do okay at 140 pounds. And so overall, it's not nearly as good of a leather as Thorogood and Carolina, but it's not a terrible leather. You know, for $230, it's what you would expect. Anything worse than this, and I would be like, ugh, not great. And for each of these components, I'm gonna rank them 1, 2, and 3, but obviously for this one, the leather's the same on these two boots. So number 1, Thorogood and Carolina, number 2, Duradero. But then if we start looking at the inside of the lining, this is where these two boots, they're kind of all over the place. The Duraderos have basically like a sneaker lining, where the Thorogoods have a thinner canvas lining and the Carolinas have a thicker, kind of like matted material. And honestly, there's not that big of a difference between the different types of linings. They're all only lined in the vamp, and so to me, they're kind of on par. It's not gonna make or break a boot. But one thing that is different is that counter cover on the inside. Right here at the heel where you really wear out your footwear, the Thorogoods have this leather counter cover. The Carolinas have this matted felted material for the counter, and the Duraderos have leather. This is one instance of the Duraderos being better than the Carolinas. So if I was to rank the linings, but mostly the counter cover, I'd do Thorogood, then Duradero, and then Carolina. And then if we look at the insoles, the Duradero is obviously just so bright. And it is a pretty decent insole. You know, it's not a cheap open cell foam that just bottoms out. It has a nice squish to it. But how does it compare to Thorogood and Carolina? Well, Thorogood, this is a really popular insole because they have that really soft gel as well as that closed cell foam. And then the Carolinas just have a closed cell foam. So I'd rank it Thorogood number 1, then Duradero and Carolina number 2. But that's about the extent of the really good things that we can see from the outside. Because if you look at the underneath of the insole, that is just some compressed cardboard that you're standing on. And then up near the ball of your foot, you've got a felted material, and we've seen this like last week. It's the exact same construction as the quality boots. See on the inside here where you've got that compressed cardboard and that felted material? If you remember in that video, we talked about how it's not the greatest idea to have 3 different pieces of material underneath your foot where it flexes most, because they're just gonna eventually delaminate, as you can see right here, just from us playing around with it and making it in the video, and we hardly even wore them. And that's exactly how the Duraderos are made. And they have like the toe stitch as well. So like, I bet these are made in the same factory because they're both made in Mexico. They have the exact same insole, and I've never seen any other boot do this except for these two. So they're pretty similar. Compared to the Thorogoods and the Carolina, you've got a pour-on style like memory foam layer that's like 3 millimeters thick, and then you've got a pink Texon fiberboard. And this is the industry standard. For $230, you should at least see that pink fiberboard. It has some of the fiber structure of leather, it has some of the flexibility and some of the properties of leather, but it's a cheaper alternative. Versus compressed cardboard is just a cheaper alternative to that pink fiberboard, and it splits even faster. It crinkles up. So for me, Carolina and Thorogood way up here, and then the Duradero's way down in the basement when it comes to the insole material. I would have a hard time buying any boot over 150 bucks that has this kind of insole in it, because it's just gonna fail. And so it's already looking like these are not fully built to be resold, you know, especially for $230. And even if we go underneath of that, you can see it's got that, they call it the proprietary orange midsole for shock absorption and supporting your ankle, knees, lower back, and feet. And it's just this little orange strip right there. And so this orange strip has nothing to do with absorbing shock, supporting your ankles, your knees, your lower back, and feet. Nothing to do with that, because first of all, it's just really hard. It's like a solid piece of hard plastic, so it doesn't support you in any way. Most of these higher quality boots in the same price range use a little bit of a rubber material, because rubber, it actually absorbs your shock. It glues better to the outsoles. It's easier to work with, and it's just a more expensive material than a really hard piece of rubber. So if I were to rank them Slipsole layer, Carolina, Thorogood at the top, and then once again, Duradero underneath. You know, I do like the orange, but once I start seeing this kind of stuff, I start being like, oh, it feels a little bit more like they're just trying to hit the blue collar bros, but be like, oh, you guys wear high vis colors, right? You like high vis? Well, this is high vis, and there's high vis orange on our sole. It's hard. I'm starting to lose faith in Duradero, if I'm being honest. And then if we look at the outsole, so this is a polyurethane outsole like they mentioned, and this, you know, it looks like it's a pretty decent outsole. It's very similar, almost exactly the same pattern as the Thorogoods and the Carolinas, which are both made by Meramec here in the United States, that are known for making some of the more durable wedges, because they're a polyurethane instead of rubber, like you've seen in the Christie outsoles on like White's Perry's or the really famous Red Wing Mock. And the durometer of the Duraderos is 35, where the Thorogood and Carolinas is 45. And we ran the puncture test on it. It took 167 pounds to puncture through, so a pretty decent score. So with all that information, I'm not convinced this is a Meramec outsole, and Meramec is kind of the name to beat. So Thorogood, Carolina number 1, and then Duradero number 2. So not looking good for Duradero, but maybe there's something inside that's some saving grace. Maybe they've done something that make these extremely easy and economical to resole for them, or it is like people are saying online, it's just a really cheap, like $100 boot. They're selling for $225, promising a resole that no one's ever gonna cash in. Let's find out. Oh my God, my back is killing me. This is how close the quality is to Duradero. I almost just did the opening up with the wrong insole because they're like almost the exact same. So now we got cut in half. If you're not subscribed, consider doing it because this is the real value we bring with this channel. You know, I like cutting apart the really expensive stuff, the rare stuff, the cool construction methods, all that. But these are the boots that people actually use to make their living. And there's so many brands that are highly funded, pour tons of money into marketing and ads just to convince people that they need their boots, and then they get them their complete garbage. Being a dude that was raised in work boots, doing blue collar jobs, I hate when the people take advantage of people like that. So we'll see if that's what's going on the inside or not. So let's see what's inside. So honestly, it's the exact same as the quality boots. It looks like the exact same outsole. It looks like maybe not the exact same midsole with that orange, but it's a very similar material. Same cheap foam filler, same compressed cardboard and this felty material that kind of bunches up and starts falling apart. So I'm willing to bet these are made in the same factory. And I honestly think just like this boot we said, they sell us for $175. And I was like, this is more like a $125 boot. That's kind of what I feel like this is. You know, there's some components like this leather counter and like it is a pretty decent leather, but everything else is cheap work boot quality. Then the question becomes, for $225, why wouldn't you just buy 2 pairs of a boot that probably was worth around $125 or even $100 instead of buying a boot for $225 that promises a resole that you have to ship it in, then you have to wait for it and then hope that it gets back to you, and if it even can be resold. It seemed like it was a smart concept, but they didn't make the product to back up the concept. Because if this product was higher quality, you actually got $225 worth out of the product and you got a free resole, then all of a sudden you've got a unique value proposition to put it above Thorogood and Carolina. But right now, as it stands, Carolina and Thorogood are significantly better boots, basically through and through, for around the same price. So Duradero, is it all a big scam? It doesn't really feel like a scam to me, but it does feel a little disingenuous. So for me, I would just rather buy a higher quality boot that you know you can rely on, that's gonna last longer than this, that you can get resold, or buy a lot cheaper boot and buy 2 of them instead of buying this kind of hybrid that just doesn't really work. So let me know what you guys think and your experience in Duradero. Maybe I'm missing something. Maybe there's an angle here that I just didn't think about. So let me know what you guys' thoughts are, and thanks for all your support and helping these videos that are the really important ones for the people that actually need the boots for a living, exposing some of these brands like Quality and Duradero. So thank you guys for your support. See ya. Plus me.